I am still constipated, so I don't really foresee a weight drop today. Yesterday was 283.4. I did weigh near the middle of the day, and it got down to 282 something. But again, I'm constipated. I really don't think it's going to do much. Yeah, 284.1. That'll go down. Here is my warm-up. Here is breakfast. It is 2 cinnamon raisin, what are these called? They're English muffins. Yes, 2 English muffins, less than a serving of grape jelly, and each of them have 2 little sausages on them. So, and I have sweet tea, Milo's, 0 calorie, 0 sugar. Yeah, so this is 500 calories total, and it is like 22 grams of protein. Gonna be listening to some Dylan while doing my journal, and I'm gonna use my gel pens. Y'all, I forgot how much I liked Bob Dylan music. But yeah, this album was like some of his best songs. And so it was a double album too, so it had 2 discs, 4 sides. Yeah, it had all of these songs. So I really enjoyed it. That was the first time I listened to it on vinyl. I have like 9 albums or something like that of his digitally somewhere. Probably on like a cloud storage that's not even hooked up. But anyway, so now I get to pick out the next album I want to listen to. It's 12:30. It's taken me a lot longer than expected to do this, and I've only been journaling for the first book that I read this year. However, the first book that I read this year had like 5, I think it was 5. It's, yeah, 5 different short. It has 5 short stories, so it's taken me a while because I've been going through and like referencing all of them and like reading portions to refresh my memory, because this was 14 books ago. But I will show you how it is going so far. So like I said, I wind up printing out on sticker paper the book covers. This is just a sample so that I have the size. And then you can see on the first page, I do that. So I use some washi tape because the color of the cover is like red, white, and black. So I'll have the cover image like that, and then the star rating, which I might change when I go through all the stories. I might up it, but I knew it was at least a 4-star. And then I take elements from the cover. So the colors, the sewing stuff. Oh, I didn't even think about these little squiggly lines. I could add some of those. But the hearts and the skulls. And then I used some stuff from the individual stories. So here, I'm just mimicking some cover elements. So I've got the hearts, and then I've got the skull things on there. And then I got some washi tape dividers under each of the like short story titles. And then I use the reddish color for the stuff because that's the main color on the cover. And then the second story, have a different washi tape to divide that. And then that washi tape. And then she has like a pointy cane that she shoved somebody with to kill them. So, so I wrote about that. And then the third story I'm about to do involves death by staircase. So I was like, okay, I'm going to put that death symbol again, and then I'm going to do that. I kind of have to know like the space that I'm going to need for my thoughts before putting down images like this, because I am using the washi tape dividers. So I know I'll have enough for at least that portion, and then maybe the whole page. But yeah, so this story is taking up quite a bit. But yeah, I might try some of the swirlies on this top corner over here, because I think I will go into that, because I'm only on the 3rd story, so I'll incorporate that element. But yeah, so I listened to the whole Bob Dylan, really good, and so I'm still like in that vibe, and I'm listening to records that I've bought the last couple of months that I haven't listened to yet, because I bought a bunch at once, so that's what I'm doing. And I've got in Adele 30 right now. Side A is almost done. I had to transfer stuff from my phone because I used up all the storage, which is one of the reasons why my husband was like, you need to just get a new phone that has more storage. So I've got one that has like a whole terabyte that you can add a memory card for. So that's going to be great for the vlogging. But otherwise, I am very thirsty, but also a bit hungry. It is 12:45, and I have my sandwich meat, I have my cheese, but I don't have any more of my bread. My husband was like, why don't you just use the regular bread, like the loaf bread. And I was like, no. I said, I'm too good for that now. I like the taste of the others. I think my favorite has been the bistro bun. I like that more than I do the sourdough. And the sizing is consistent, whereas the sourdough, the sizing is not consistent. I didn't know I had so many curls today. Hello, hello, gorgeous. But anyway, so I got almost a full serving, not quite a full serving, of the strawberry Greek yogurt. It is the one that has like sugar, so it's like 160 calories if you do get 3/4 a cup. But yeah, strawberry yogurt. And then I did like a half serving of these Drizzlicious little rice cakes. These are amazing. It's 90 calories for like 21 grams. Or 28 grams, I think, something like that. Y'all, what I have in this little bowl is like 14 grams, I think. So you get quite a bit. It gives me some crunch to go with my yogurt, and yogurt's good for protein, which I have problems getting enough protein in, especially when I'm not getting it all from meat. I have to find other sources. So like cheese and yogurt are my go-tos. And then the peanut butter is another one that has like, more than 5 grams protein in it without it being meat, so that I'm not constantly like carnivore, which I feel like a lot of meat like that is kind of harder on my stomach. So but yeah, that's what I'm eating, is this small bowl. It is like a tiny bowl, like the depth is like an inch, like an inch and a half. But I like it because it makes it feel like when I'm looking at it, it's like, oh, this is a lot of food, but really it's like a moderate portion. Anyway, so I'm gonna have that, and I have a meeting in 2 hours. I'm gonna go get me a water or something to drink because I don't want to get sweet tea, because if that's sweet and then this is sweet, it'll take away some of the sweetness. Um, from one of the items, like whatever's more like dominates the other one. So then like the sweetness receptors on my tongue are just like, oh, this is no longer sweet anymore. And I hate when that happens. It like ruins it, ruins it. Like if I have coffee with a sweet food, then it ruins the coffee. The coffee's no longer sweet. It tastes bitter. But anyway, so I'm gonna eat that. I guess I am gonna take a little bit of a break from the journaling to eat that, because I have been at it for like over an hour now. But I know I've already looked through and referenced, so I know exactly what I want to write about. So a little break, and it'll give my back a break too, because I'm so tall, my head's doing like this the whole time I'm journaling, which is not great for my upper back, because I do have chronic pain. So it's and I was very stiff yesterday after the workout, because when I was on the treadmill for the first mile that I did, I was holding the handles, and my head was like this, and I was putting a lot of pressure on my hands to stay upright and balanced. So anyway, gonna take the quick break, and then I'll listen to the rest of the Adele album and get back to the journaling. But for now, I'm going to eat this, watch maybe a YouTube video, and get me some water. I'm gonna go get the water right now. All right, this is my lunch/dinner. It is 800 calories. This is only 5 calories. It just analyzed it and told me how many calories, so I don't really know. This is Thai food. This is called pad sui. Pad sui noodle. It's like a noodle with soy sauce, garlic, oyster sauce, some other stuff I'm not really sure. And then I got mine with little thin pieces of steak. But yeah, this is a big portion. So I will have like half now and probably half for dinner. And maybe a little snack later, because I'm still really low on my calories for the day. But yeah, this is probably a little more than 800 calories. I don't know. So this literally might be all that I eat today. We'll see. We'll see how full I get. I had 1 scoop of ice cream out in town, and now I had the rest of my lunch stuff, pad sui or whatever. Now I'll have a little plate. It's a big plate, but it's just like 30 grams of these white cheddar puffs. They're gluten-free. And that puts me at like 2,012 calories for the day. So I finished 2 audiobooks today. Death to Valentine's by something Cowles, and I think it's Catherine Cowles. And then the other one was Accidentally Yours by Christina Lauren. I really liked both of them. And I also, when I got done with my sight reading thing, I went and I really wanted a donut and I wanted some ice cream, and I was like, we can't be going over our calories like that. Mm-mm. So I was like, okay, you can go do that, or you can go get your nails done. So I went and I got my nails done instead of stopping at Krispy Kreme. My cuticles, she kind of pushed them back really far, and so a couple of them did bleed. But anyway, here is my nails, and I had to do little hearts on the accent fingers, and it's like a glittery pink on that one, and then the rest are like this pastel pink, so really pretty. And then the other hand is the same accent and the little drawn hearts. And I did go get 1 scoop of ice cream. So I did not go get the Krispy Kreme and the ice cream, but I did still let me do one of them. And what I wanted more was the ice cream. So anyway, so yeah, I really like my nails. And then I came back here and I ate the rest of my food that I had for lunch, which I already told y'all. And then I started watching the Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup. I didn't know there was 2 seasons out for that. So yeah, I started watching that. It's really interesting. I cried like twice. I've watched the documentaries about her, and I've watched the TV show The Act. So I know a lot about like the case, and I did follow some of the stuff shortly after she was first released. So I knew about a bit of that, but I hadn't really kept up with it since then. So I was like, okay. But there was like really, really small things that she would mention that would make me tear up. So yeah, that was the moments where I was like, oh my gosh, like you don't even realize. Like she was having one conversation with her half sister, and the half sister was like, do you even know if you're going to be able to have kids because of like all the medications that you were given that you didn't need and all the surgeries and all this kind of stuff? I was like, I don't even think about that. And then just like the lost childhood because it was like she was manipulated. And so yeah, I'm just like, oh, there's just certain moments where I was like, oh my goodness, yeah. And like she never had a moment alone because she went straight from that to being in prison. So it's like regardless of if you think she's guilty or not, it's still there was still definitely lots of suffering. So she was a victim, whether she became a perpetrator or not, she was still a victim. So anyway, certain moments I was like, oh, but anyway. And then I just finished up the journaling for An Elderly Lady is Up to No Good. So I should do a video on that soon, but I will show you what my journaling pages look like for this book. And if you pause the screen or whatever, you can read my thoughts, I guess, if you want. But I will likely do a review video, and I will actually read it for each of the stories. And it will be very spoiler-filled, so be aware of that if you don't like spoilers. So we got January reads, and then first read of the year that I finished was this one. So, like I said earlier, the cover image will go there eventually. So this was the first story in it. An elderly lady has accommodation problems. And then this is the second story. An elderly lady on her travels, and she has a cane with a poker or whatever on the bottom. She tries to stab somebody with it. And then here, elderly lady seeks peace at Christmas time, and she pushes someone down the stairs. And they die. This is a murderous old lady. Like that's the whole shtick or whatever with this character. And then we've got Antique Dealer's Death. So again, I just pulled the imagery from the cover, those little squigglies, and then this thing was me trying to do what was in one of, you can see it down here, kind of like those, but it was in the check, in that specific story, had that symbols on that cover. And then an elderly lady is faced with a difficult dilemma. So I'm trying to do it again, but not doing it well, so I was like, okay, I'll just make the shape. Alright, and that is all for that story, so it took up 9 pages. So I have this many left, but I've already used this many just on that one story, so that's good. I want to go through this book. I want to fill my notebooks. Alright, today is day 100 of me vlogging all this. Yesterday I weighed 284.1. My lowest weight has been 283.4. I'm honestly expecting a gain. I'm thinking I'm going to be like 285 today because I had noodles yesterday and I had a scoop of ice cream, and I feel like the noodles, it takes like 3 days for my body to digest something like that. It's heavier, and also the calories weren't exact. It was like an estimation, so I really don't think I'm going to lose weight today. And I've just been having problems with like digestion too. It feels like it's really slow. But we're going to see what I get anyway. But yeah, I'm not expecting a loss today at all. 284.5. Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought it would be. That's good. 284.5. Alright, so what's this liking? But y'all, that still means that I've lost 23.2 pounds in 100 days. So that is awesome. That's awesome. On a little bit of makeup for our little date that we're going to go on. My hair kind of came out. I like the way it came out on the front, like just taking it out of the ponytail, but the back was very tangled. So that was a pain in the butt because my hair has gotten long. Anyway, got on a new bra, like an actual bra. So my boobies are all little antique necklace, velvety tank top. Can't really see, but velvet pink. And then my pants are my new jeans. Rhymes with blue jeans. But yeah, these, they got the tiny little slit. And then my shoes. So yeah, that's my outfit that I'm rocking today. Let's see if I can get one from a distance so you can see like the whole outfit. Alright, let's see if it will stay. Alright, so yeah, so this is what I'm wearing. I haven't worn this tank top in forever because when I was bigger, my gut hung out. So now I still got the apron belly, but it's like shrinking, I guess. So I hope that's working. But yeah, these are size 12. I don't know what size the tank top is, probably like a 1 or 2. But side view. And then back. So I feel super pretty. I'm starting to feel pretty again. I was like, there's multiple days where it's like, no matter my size, I'll look in the mirror and I'll be like, oh, you look gorgeous today, gorgeous. But, and I could just be like bedhead and everything, and I'm like, something just looked really pretty. And I'm getting more of those, more of those occasions. But yeah, I am like, I am so happy. I'm proud of how far I've come in 100 days, because today is 100 days. And it'll be interesting to look at like the outfits from like the first day and compare how they look. Like these jeans are 12s and they fit perfect. Like there's no saggy butt problem. Like they fit, but they're also still, you know, flexible. Like they're not cutting off a circulation. So I'm super proud of how far I've come. And now I get to go be rewarded with my new cell phone that I get to go pick up. And when I turn like that, I look like my mom. I don't know what it was. I look like my mom. But anyway, I get to go get my new cell phone that my husband talked me into, and I get to go out to eat. We're not going to Texas Roadhouse, even though I have the $10 off there, because they don't open until 3 o'clock. Your girl is hungry now. I haven't had anything. I haven't even had water other than when I took my pills. Hey Alexa, what time is it? Alexa, what time is it?
It's 11:54 a.m.
Yeah, so by the time we get there, it's going to be like 1. I am ready for some food. Alright. Purse is good. I got me a book for the road. I'm just going to grab it. I might wind up driving anyway, just because I don't want to get sick. Because I get sick when I'm driving on an empty stomach sometimes, so I might drop in. Oh, you almost made me drop my phone. I almost made me drop my book in the toilet. That would not have been good. There would have been no saving that. Anyway, so we are going to be on our way. What? An X? Axe. My earring? Oh, okay, thank you. My little axe. From the, we went to the Paula Deen Lumberjack show a while back, so that's where I got the axes. It was really fun. Anyway, alright, on my way to go show everyone my fantasticness. Also, angles do matter. I always angle like down, because I'm not trying to show off how cluttered my house is, but if I angle up, then I look a lot slimmer. Anyway, it's like, my sister told me that, she's like, the up angle. But anyway. I don't think I told you where we're going. We're going to go to Cheddar's because they have a lot of healthy options on the menu, and they have a steak that's like 250 calories, and I already had my mind set on steak. So I think I'm going to have like steak, potatoes, and corn. That's my plan. And then Hubs has got to get some stuff at Walmart. I'll probably just sit in the car and read during that. But we're on our way. I need some water. We're at Cheddar's, starting off with one of the buttered croissants. It's 220 calories per one, so I will just be having one. Then I have water for my drink, and then I'm gonna have some 6-ounce sirloin, medium, and then some corn off the cob and seasoned rice, and it'll be 720 calories total. Made a couple rounds of connections, and then here is the rest of my lunch. So this is like my lunch and breakfast, and then I'm gonna have a pancake dinner tonight. Got me a coffee. This one is cookie dough, and then there's some other flavor in there, I can't remember, but anyway, it's just a latte. And then my weekly vlog I rendered, and so it's done, so I'm going to upload it now, and my husband is switching my phones out, so you're about to see my new phone. Okay, I didn't show y'all, but I also had a couple Cheetos earlier today, so I put that in the log. But, yeah, I am so full right now, it's ridiculous. Like, one time I showed y'all my stomach, I think after having, like, a pizza, or I don't know what I had, but it, like, looked really bad, like a cone head. Like, my stomach was coming. It was like, my stomach turned into an arrow. This is just not like a natural bloat, it just looks like really strange. But anyway, that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling kind of pukey because I have so much food in my stomach right now. I'm like, this is unnatural. Like, I stretched my stomach out because I have not eaten that volume of food in at least months. Like, since I've been tracking and stuff, I know I haven't. But probably a long time before that too, because I was more of a eating lots of small portions, but just like back to back to back to back to back, like you're eating all day. But it's just like little snackies throughout. But yeah, this was a mistake. This was too much food. Even planning to like do some sort of like liquid fast or something tomorrow, it was too much food. So now I like physically probably need to do some sort of liquid fast just so that my digestion can catch up, because that is going to be a lot of carbs to process. And I don't even want to go to the gym tomorrow because I already know it's going to affect my sleep, so I'm not going to get as good sleep because my stomach hurts right now. Like, it's just, it was not a good decision. Not a good decision at all. And I've not had enough liquid today to help it digest easier either. All I've had is a coffee and like 3 cups of water. That's it. So yeah. Not fun. Not fun at all. But it's already like 11. I don't want to go to the gym tomorrow. I don't want to have to get up. And I don't want my stomach to feel like this. I just want to go to sleep and not have to do anything. That's what I wanted. And my husband cracked the door, spying on me. No, he just walked past. Anyway, there is an America's Next Top Model documentary. So I've been watching that. It came out like yesterday, apparently. Some of my new friends were telling me about it, so I've been watching it. It's really good, really interesting. I've watched most of the people that are on it so far, like the seasons that they were in, because I also got really into it in the pandemic era. I was watching a bunch of America's Next Top Model. Anyway, I'm gonna go, but This is me telling you, do not eat 8 pancakes. Even if you plan on fasting the next day and it's Fat Tuesday, don't eat 8 pancakes. You will regret it. It's too much food. It hurts. Oh, I ate too fast because I was talking and not paying attention. So I was just eating, and then got more before like my hunger signal, or not my hunger signal, like my full signal could be like, you are full. You are full. I just ate way too quickly. And normally I eat really slowly. So, yeah. Good night. Here is dinner. I have 4 pancakes, 2 sausages, a little bit of fruit, water, and Cracker Barrel syrup. For round 2. Nicki Minaj. Alright, there is absolutely no way that I lost weight. Because I am still super pooched out and bloated from last night's pancake thing. But my weight yesterday was 284.5. So we're going to go ahead and weigh. And luckily my PT guy, my trainer, said we're going to do the pull today. So I was not ready to lift weights. So I'm glad that's the case. Alright, let's see. 285.3. Oh, you were seeing me on my new phone. I'll use the old one to show you the new phone at some point, but and my old one still works. I've never done that. Like, I only ever switch over when something like stops working. Same thing with like a vehicle. Like, I will run it into the ground before I will have a car note. But anyway, last night we had the pancake thing, and one of the kids promised little poodles made out of Mardi Gras beads. So here's my little poodle. See the dog head, and then the little feet and tail. Little poodle. So this is my little ornament on top of my dashboard. But anyway, I just got with the gym, so I was going to run you through what I did with that, and I'm on my way to Feed the Hungry. The church I've been going to feeds people like twice a week, I think. And I believe today is one of the days. So I'm going to go do that. They started like 30 minutes ago, but I had my workout, and I showered after my workout. So anyway, so what my workout was, I did 8 laps in the pool, just like walking back and forth really fast. And then I did 2 laps of the forward stroke, and then 2 laps of the backward stroke, and then 2 laps of the scissor stroke on like the left side, and then 2 laps of the scissor stroke on the right side. And then in between those exercises, so in between, after the front stroke, I did 50 squats, and then after the back stroke, I did 25 push-ups, like girl push-ups, like with my legs crossed. And then after the one of the side strokes, I did these things called hip dips. So you like place your forearm on the ground, you're like holding yourself up sideways, and then you just dip your hip like to the floor. So I had to do 25 of those. And then after the other side stroke, I had to do 25 of those again on the other side. So that was the whole workout. So it's half a mile in the pool, because one lap is to the end and back. So it's like 2 times cross pull equals 1 lap. So anyway, half a mile. And the challenge for this week is a triathlon. So he built that in so that I would already have the swimming portion done. So all that's left is the run and the bike. Unfortunately, I am not a runner. So the 3 miles is not going to be as quick as it would be for people that can do like, a 9-minute mile. It's not going to take me 30 minutes. It's going to take me an hour. But that's fine. So yeah, so I've got 3 mile. I might cheat a little bit and do something at home on my walking pad. But anyway, he's like, I'm not there to closely monitor. So it's like, it's on our system. It's like, the point is to get people to come into the gym. But I was like, but I don't want to be at the gym for 2 hours taking up a machine. So I might do part of that at home. But anyway, and then the other part after the 3 miles is to do 10 miles on the bike. Now that, I'm actually really fit. So I can do the bike, no problem. I get the same speed as a super athlete. Well, not maybe super athlete, but I can match other people in the gym on the bike. It's not a problem. So that 10 miles will take me, I do a 5-minute mile. So 10 miles will take 50 minutes. And he said that's kind of been like the average is like 50 minutes to an hour. So it's like, okay. So that's what I'm going to do. But I don't have a ton of time today because I am busy today. So I've got Ash Wednesday service or whatever tonight. I've never been to one. So it's going to be interesting. And I also never like went to this denomination of a church before, other than one time. Like literally one visit, like at a friend's church. I think I like spent the night or something. We went to church the next day. I can't remember. But anyway, I am already at church. That's what I got from the gym. So that's awesome. But anyway, I'm going to go here and feed people. There's quite a few people parked. And my town has a big like unhoused community and lower income. So some people have houses, but they can't afford to like feed family and everything. So, but I believe they're also doing pancakes, which is what we had last night. But I also have my singing lesson this afternoon, and then I might have my piano lesson this afternoon. I still need to check in with him and let him know I'm not sick anymore, so I'm good to do that. But I haven't practiced, so I need to be at home at some point to get some practice in. So I might sing if he wants to meet at 5 instead of 4:30, and then I can just practice there. So I'd have my singing lesson at 4, and then have 30 minutes to practice, and then have him meet me at 5. So I'm gonna message him now. I don't know what this is. This dry skin or is it a zit? I think I just like it's nothing. I don't know what. I think it's dry skin. Anyway, OCD is like, I don't like this. Oh my god, I want it off my face. Off my face. Go away. All right. Anyway, I'm going in. Success! It's gone! Okay, so I'm done. I have this on me. It's ash from something. I don't know how they made it, but it's Ash Wednesday, so people have like crosses with ash on the forehead, and I was like, I don't even know what it represents, because like I said, I did not grow up Methodist, but it's like from ashes you came, from ashes to ashes you'll go, that sort of thing, like life and death. So I was hugging my friend, and her ashes got on me because she's much shorter than I am. She's like, oh, I got it on you. She tried rubbing it off. She's like, you're gonna have to go to the bathroom to get it off. I was like, it's fine. But anyway, yeah, there wasn't a ton of people that were at the breakfast, so they're like, this is like as dead as it ever is. It's just flowing because it's raining. It's raining, so people don't want to get out. But anyway, I did get a big box, to put donated items, and they do this like every week. So I can. My goal is to fill this box, and I might try to do that like until I declutter my house. Just the goal is like every week fill a box with items to donate until it's all gone. And I have lots of clothes that need to go because I've dropped down a size. I don't need clothes that are big. I don't ever want to go back to being, big. So once I go down a size, it's like I need to get out of the house as soon as possible. Because if I'm like, oh, I really like this outfit, it's so cute, and it's like, yeah, but it don't fit anymore. I don't want to get fat for it to fit. No, thank you. So yeah, but I am hungry, but also my stomach still hurts from last night. So I'm like bloated and hungry at the same time. It's a really weird, very weird feeling. But I am trying to do the liquid fast today. So when I say liquid, I'm basically saying soft foods. So nothing that requires chewing is how I am defining the liquid fast. So like I can have a smoothie, so I can put my fresh fruits and all that in there. I can have ice cream if I wanted to, because that just melts in your mouth. Mashed potatoes, I can have mashed potatoes. So that's how I'm defining the liquid fast. I think it'll just be good for my stomach too, but also not everyone, but a lot of people here are doing the fast for today. So like I said, I like doing things in community. And so I was like, well, we'll try it, because I haven't really done that. The only time I fasted like that was for the colonoscopy, where it was like a liquid only. But more so liquid than what I'm gonna do today. So anyway, I am getting my booty out of here and going home. They're almost done. Anyway, but they do clothing as well. So I saw how they got everything set up. So they have clothes and like kitchenware and stuff like that people will need. And she said there are some bigger ladies that come in that need clothes, and there's just not a lot of them that get donated. So instead of selling the clothes, which was my original plan, was like trying to sell the clothes, I might still try to do that with like Play-Dohs, because they're known for not taking a lot of it. So it's like I can get a couple bucks from that. But I might just bring it all here, because it's not like I need the money from selling clothes to Play-Dohs. And it could go to someone here. Like I said in a previous video, like I don't like donating to Goodwill. If I donate to Goodwill, it is the stuff where I'm not organizing it, nothing. I'm like, I don't need this, but it's too good to get thrown away, and I just throw it in the bag and take it. But yeah, I don't like doing it because people have to pay for the things they need with Goodwill. And I'm like, if you're truly in need and you're trying to be a resource for people that can't afford things, why are you making them pay, like discount store prices for stuff? It should just be free. So the church or whatever that does this, they have several rooms with like clothes, all organized by size and age and all that stuff, and season. They're already collecting stuff. So during the one season, they start collecting and storing stuff for the next season, because it goes really fast. So, but right now I'm sure they need some winter clothes, and she says they don't get a lot of like blue jeans for my size. They don't get a lot of that donated. So, and mine are in very good shape, because I try to take care of my clothes. Like I wash everything on cold, and I do like the tumble dry low, so it's not like shrinking and fading and all that kind of stuff. But also I have a lot of clothes, so. But I still tend to wear the most comfortable thing like over and over again, so I'll wear out certain items, and then other items remain looking real good. So I got nice stuff to donate. So that is my plan. But am not going to do piano today, because he says his schedule today is also a little bit crazy. So the only time he could do it with me today was 2 o'clock. And so I was like, no, like I'm not going to be in Bowling Green at 2. So he was like, let's just do it on Friday, and we're going to do an hour-long one. So I was like, okay, that sounds great. And then I messaged the singing one too. I let her know that like I don't have a cold anymore, so I was going to come if she's still available. She might want to do an hour-long lesson again. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going home. I might get a coffee, because yesterday, like I've been having constipation for several days, but yesterday I got a coffee and it was like 30 minutes later, and it made me feel so much better. And so I might do that again now, because I'm feeling plugged up from last night and it does not feel good. I feel nauseous. I don't like it. So yeah, I'm gonna get me a coffee. I'm getting me a coffee. Then I might find a show to watch on my phone and go to the gym and do the bike, maybe. Either the bike or the walking. I don't know, I'll do one of them. I don't want to get all sweaty, because I like took like a shower. Oh, there's no menu out. There's no menu. I don't know what all the cute drinks are. Okay. Alright, so I got my coffee. They had to sign down because it was raining, so it just made everything like smear. Anyway, so I did get a 24 ounce. This sucker is huge. But yeah, liquid fast. So it's gonna be hard to get a lot of calories anyway. So I'm like, I'm gonna have what I want. I'm gonna make it big. Anyway, so yeah, this is a coffee. It is chocolate. I don't know if it's white chocolate or regular chocolate. But it's chocolate flavor, almond, and cherry. And then I added whipped cream and caramel. So it's gonna be very interesting tasting coffee. But I like exploring and getting things I haven't tried before. So awesome. I will likely have a protein shake later, or some mashed potatoes. I might do some mashed potatoes. But yeah, that's what I'm having right now. And then I think I'm gonna try to do a little bit on my walking pad. I don't want to get sweaty, so I might put it on like 1 mile an hour. Which means I have to walk on it for like 2 hours. But it is what it is. Alright. I'm out. Oh, and I finished all of the ebooks that I think I was in the middle of last year. Like where I'd started it last year and just hadn't finished. I think I finished all of those. So that's awesome. So now I get to pick out a new ebook and a new audiobook, because I finished the audio series for the Valentine's Day stuff. So I get to pick some new books to start. I'm almost done with my one of my nightstand reads. I finished 2 of them out of the 3 that I showed y'all. No. I finished one of them. Dental is calling me. Okay. I am super hungry and feeling pukey and tried to fix my treadmill and then wound up messing it up more. So I just had to give up on that. But it's 2:17, so I was like, I need to eat. So this is what I'm eating for my soft food day. It's a whole thing of mashed potatoes. There's like 4 servings. It's like 400 calories for the whole pot. I went to the Ash Wednesday service or whatever, and they put like ash on your head. But I feel so sick from yesterday. I don't know if my meat was undercooked because I did get it medium and it was the bloodiest I've ever had it, but it looked fine. Or if it was all the sugar from the syrup because I've been eating fairly healthy even when I go out, so that was like the most sugar I've had in a long time. But yeah, my stomach's been upset all day. And then I got it in my head, milk will make it help because milk is what you give people, like if a kid, for instance, accidentally eats a cigarette or something, you give them milk to like line their stomach. So I got a milkshake. Y'all, that milkshake was like 800 something calories, so much freaking sugar. Ridiculous. So then I was like, okay, I need something. So I fasted all day. I did like the soft food thing. So I've had a coffee, mashed potatoes, and a milkshake. So we had 2 pieces of bread left. So I had my husband toast me 2 pieces of bread and then do a little bit of butter and garlic powder. So that's what I'm going to have, and that keeps me under 2,000. But if this does not settle my stomach, I'm going to have some like crackers and cheese. Now, they say the best thing to do with that is to just have plain toast, plain crackers. I ain't doing that. So if I go over my calories, I'm literally just trying to make my stomach feel better because I'm not hungry. I haven't really been, I don't need more food. I just feel horrible. And I'm hot. Oh my goodness. So I was like, I have this. I have some like regular Cheetos, just any like bready item to just help with this. I might have Cheetos. I don't know. Bread just helps for me. I do not feel good. It's horrible. Toast helped a little bit. So I'm gonna have this. My stomach's just still having some crackers and cheese. This used to be my go-to like sick meal, but I haven't had this sliced cheese like this in over 100 days. It does not taste good. No, I used to love it. Now it just tastes weird. It's weird. I'm gonna have some peanuts. I'm just desperate to make my stomach not feel icky the way it feels. Alright, I started the day with this little thing of fruit snacks. I weighed in myself earlier, but I didn't do a weigh-in for y'all yet, so I'm gonna go do that too. Alright, so my stomach does feel better today, but I'm still extremely bloated. I took an X-Lax last night, like a full dose, and nothing has come of it. So I don't know if I need to do that again, but I plan on going to the gym today, so I really don't want to give myself anything that's going to make me run off to the bathroom, you know? But at least I don't feel as gross in the stomach right now, like just too much being in there. But yesterday I had like 3,000 calories, and it might have even been more than that, because some of the stuff was just estimates, but I was at 285.3, right? Was it 284? Yeah, 285.3, and I know this is 285 something, but I don't remember what it was. So we're going to find out. 285.5. So this will all go down as soon as the constipation stuff is taken care of. 285, yeah, because my lowest weight, I've actually seen 282 at one point, like midday, but the lowest recorded morning weight that I have is 283.5, so 2 pounds. Y'all, I am so incredibly bloated right now. But anyway, I just went to the grocery store for me, so I'm going to have some Raisin Bran cereal for breakfast, then I'm going to have like little bistro sliders or whatever for lunch, and then dinner will be at the BFW. So I'm going to keep it kind of light, some smaller portions throughout the day, so I might not have any like standard size meals, just because still feeling kind of icky. It's much better than yesterday though, so that's great. But yeah, I need this bloating to go down. Oh, my stomach is so extended right now. Here's breakfast. Here is lunch. It is 1 bean and cheese burrito with some cheese on top, like 100 grams of green grapes, and then a mallow sweet tea with 2 poop scoops, because I need it. Just had one of these, the cinnamon breakfast biscuits. Here is my dinner, which brings me to 2,300 calories for the day. I had 4 more Nutter Butter things. Anyway, so here's some chili my husband made. So I'm going to eat that, and I put crackers and cheese in it. It's so good. Yes, I have an allergy to it because of the tomato, but actually I have a friend that also has a tomato allergy, and she told me that if the tomato is cooked or processed, it doesn't affect her. And I have a friend that has like a meat allergy, and it's the same thing. Like she can't have processed meats, but she can have unprocessed meat. I don't know. Weird stuff. So I was like, all right, well, we're going to find out. Ketchup hasn't been affecting me. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I've already been messed up for the past couple of days, so I'm just like, I don't even care. I'll take what comes. I'm already bloated and all that, so we're going to have some chili. And then I've got some more of the 0-calorie sweet tea. I also finished a book. I went to the VFW meeting. They're notoriously long, so we didn't get up to like 9 o'clock. Lisa Unger's The Kill Clause. And I believe it was yesterday I finished I think it was called The First or the Last. Either The First or the Last father-daughter dance. It was like a short story. I finished that. I finished all of the Valentine's. There was like 6 stories. I finished all of those. So sometimes I forget to tell y'all when I read and finish something. But anyway, I got it all logged on my story graph, so that's what's important. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this. Am I hungry and do I need this? No, I actually don't. And so that should mean that I just don't do it. But I love my husband's chili, so I want to eat it. And there's no way for me to like get an accurate calorie count because he was like, you can't eat it because it has the tomato paste. So he didn't make a calorie thing. So I'm just gonna have to snap a picture and let it guess how many calories it is. But I don't want to be doing that for several days in a row. So I was like, let me just have the one bowl, get it out of my system, and then we can like have accurate calorie counting for tomorrow. We'll see if I can resist another bowl of chili because this chili is really good. I ate at or above maintenance yesterday, and then the day before I also overate a bunch. So I'm expecting some weight gain, not loss. But we'll see. Yeah, 286.6. Warm up complete. One of these for quick energy. 5.29. It is forcing a cool down. So I'm going to get off and start again. Alright. For breakfast, I have 2 pieces of sausage, 1 little slice of cheese, and a bowl of Raisin Bran cereal with some monk fruit seasoner and extra raisins. Anyway, and then I'm just drinking a cold water. So that is it. Alright, he's panting. We just got done with a walk. 1.34 miles, 31 minutes. I came in here so that he would drink some water because he's just panting, but he ain't drinking water yet. So I'm gonna see how many steps I got so far. I am at almost 5,000 steps, so we're doing good. Honey, I can go do a longer walk with you, but you need to go drink because you're over here panting. You're over here panting. Hey, if you want to go for some more, go get you some water, and then we can go for more walk, okay? I was ready to do some more too, but we can go in another direction this time. We finished one of the routes. I need to sweep. There's some dirt on the floor or something. I don't know what that is. Anyway, you have a cutie boy. Just got in from the second walk, so let's see how we've done. What? Oh, there we go. Okay. 1.58 miles, 34 minutes. We did a different route. I gotta end it. End. Way to go. Anyway. All right. Let's see what my steps were. The steps will be for the day, not for the walk. There's the metrics and stuff for it if you're curious. Well, 82 feet elevation. The other one was 33 feet. Okay, come on, stop going off on me. All right, done. Heart rate's coming down, 102. Steps. 83.95. All right. You are out of it, and you've drug in so much grass. You're going to make me sweep today, aren't you? Yeah. Do you want to go outside? After 3 miles, over 3 miles of walking, you want to go back outside? Okay, I'll put your collar on. You can go back out, okay? He's all scooted up next to me on the crib. You're so cute there. You're so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I forgot to tell you what I did at the gym. I filmed some of it, but I didn't film all of it. So we did a 21 and done, which I have showed y'all previously. It is where your kettlebells are on the floor. We did it with the blue one, which I think are 28 pounds each. So I think they're 28 pounds. I'm not positive. But if they are, it's like 46 pounds. I don't know. Anyway, did those. They're on the ground. You pick them up and then have them balancing on the outside of your forearm. And then you do a squat. And then as you come up from the squat, you thrust. So I did 21 of those with those weights. And then I did 10 miles on the bike because that's part of the triathlon thing. And he said the days you do it don't have to be consecutive. So I didn't get the full 5 points because I didn't do all of it in one day. But I did get 3 points because I did it on 2 different days. So it was a triathlon. So you had to do 3.1 miles, like walking or on the treadmill or whatever. My treadmill's messed up already. I need to just return it. So I'm at 3.78 miles for the day, and it was 3 miles actual like walking. The break that we took was literally just for him to get water, me to get water, and then I asked him if he wanted to continue the walk, and he said yes. So we did a whole other mile and a half in a different direction. So we did the 3.1 miles, and then the 10 miles, 8 of it, like 8.5 of it, was all at once, and then the rest was my warm up. So it was like 1.6 or whatever my warm up was that I did. So yeah, and then the other day I did the half mile on the pool. But today was just 3 miles land, 10 miles bike. So I got my points. Tonight I'm going to go to an additional workout. I haven't done it yet, but it's an hour-long workout, and it's part of the boot camp program, and it's worth the most points as far as workouts. It's worth 4 points. So I'm excited to get to those points. I do have an hour-long piano lesson today. And I haven't really practiced, so I need to practice. And it is already 12, and my piano lesson is at 3:30, so I have to leave here at 2:30. So I'll have 2.5 hours. So my plan is to relax and eat, maybe like an hour and a half or something, and then practice piano for the rest of that, and then get going. And then I'm gonna be gone until after the workout class, and then I'll come home. And then Saturday there are 2 workout classes that I want to go to because I need to get some points, and they are back-to-back classes, and I can't remember if they're in the morning or the afternoon. I think they're in the afternoon, but I'm not sure. So I might go see my nieces and nephews at some point, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I could do that on Sunday. There's still one challenge that I could do. It's a very difficult challenge, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that this week or if I'm gonna wait till next week. Because I could do it next week on like a Wednesday or a Tuesday or Thursday. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'll do a workout challenge on one of those days. But my points are up. I'm up to 58 points and I have to get 100, and I only have the rest of this week and the next week. So I'm gonna be working out a lot. And hopefully I can catch up because I kind of fell behind getting sick, and then there was the ice storm for a whole week. So my strength is definitely not what it normally is, which is why we did the 21 and done to be a little bit easier on me because I have the anemia again. So I need to fix the anemia, have some more iron. I'm gonna go get a little bit of iron because I was like, I haven't had my like special dark chocolate in a while. So I'm gonna have that with lunch, and it has some iron in it. It's very hard for me to get iron in my food. So even though it's like it's chocolate, it does have some dark chocolate does have some health benefits. So I'm like, okay, it's got iron. So I'm gonna have that, and I'm gonna have my regular turkey and cheese sandwich and some grapes. That's my plan. My lunch has 45 grams of protein. I've kept it the same, but also switched it up a little bit. So I've got my two little bistro turkey sliders. So it's just the bistro bun, and then one piece of cheese. And then I did 2 pieces of turkey instead of 1 piece of turkey. So I doubled the protein. So, and it was only 60 calories for the meat anyway. So doubling it just brought it to 120. Then I did like a half serving of strawberry Greek yogurt. And then I have over 100 grams of green grapes. And then I have 2 pieces of chocolate. One of them has raspberry in it. The other one has orange in it. And the orange supposedly helps iron. When you do something with orange and iron, it helps your body absorb it better. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not really a dark chocolate fan, so I have to put stuff in it, like fruit in it, for me to tolerate the dark chocolate. But anyway, that is what I'm having, and then I'm just drinking the water. I still have like half of it from when I worked out, so that is what I'm up to. I got my practicing in. It was not very good at all. So anyway. So I'm going to be gone. It's 2:30. I'm not going to be home until 6:30. So I got about 4 hours. So I am going to have a snack at some point. So I have the cafe latte flavored Premier protein shake. So it's 30 grams of protein and 160 calories. And then I have one of my little breakfast biscuits. And this is 230 calories. So that is 390 calorie snack. And then dinner, I'll still have like 600 or so left for the calories. So we're doing okay. In that manner. What was I looking for in here though? Oh, glasses, duh. I think I put them in here when I went to the gym. I did put them in here when I went to the gym, but then I not put them back on. Oh, I know I did. I bet you they're still in my house. Yep. So I gotta go back in there. I gotta go back inside and get my glasses. Luckily I haven't left yet. Goodness gracious. Anyway, so yeah, that'll be my snack. I will probably just have the part of the protein shake on the way, and then I might save the biscuits for the way home because I'm not hungry right now. Like, I have the appetite for them, but I'm not hungry. It hasn't been that long since I ate, so. And there was a lot of protein in what I ate. So I'll figure out what I'm going to eat later. But that is what I'm going to have for my snack. And now I get to go to piano lessons for an hour. Here is dinner. It is a big bowl of chili. I did calculate the, I did weigh the cheese and the crackers this time. The chili is still just a guesstimate. But it's logged as like 880 calories, so that's probably accurate because noodles are pretty calorie dense. There's pasta dishes in general. Anyway, so I'm having that, and then I'm having a Coca-Cola. So this puts me at 2,200 calories for the day, so it's a little bit over, but considering I did 10 miles on the bike and 3 miles walking and an hour-long exercise class, I think I'm fine having 200 extra calories. Y'all, I'm still in like a 1,000 calorie deficit. It is okay. But anyway, much better than the last 2 days where I went over and didn't need to go over. So this is like normal. So I'm hoping that this will be plenty to keep me full all night, but if it's not, then I'll try to have a low-calorie snack to get me through the rest of the night. But honestly, this should have quite a bit of protein in it, so I think we'll be good. So the estimate for this is 47 grams of protein, which puts me at 148 grams of protein for the day, because I did have that 30-gram protein shake. So I'm actually doing really, really good with protein today, which is great. I am going to have 2 morning workouts tomorrow, and then I plan to go to my brother's house if they are good with that, because I don't know what their plans are. But yeah, that's my plan. All right, we are looking for some weight loss today, because I was a lot closer to my 2,000 calories, so I should have went down a little bit. We shall see. Oh yeah, 285.1. So 285, 1. Yeah, so that's down 1.5 pounds since yesterday, so that's good. We're getting closer to our baseline low weight, which was 283.4. We're getting there. So I did get my butt out of the bed, and I went to the gym, and I did 2 hours of the workout. Ooh, which reminds me, I just got back on carb. I need to stop the exercise log, because I started it like halfway through the class. So it doesn't have the full workout, but it does say 30 minutes were in the active zone, 30 minutes were moderate, and it was like a Zumba class that I did for the second one. Average heart rate was 123, and it got up to 143. It says I burned 348 calories, and that wasn't even a whole workout. So my steps going into the second class was 2,100. So, and I hadn't done anything other than get ready to go to the gym this morning. So I got about 2,000 steps in the first class, but it was more of like a body weight class. So you're doing a lot of like different stretches and poses, but you're also using resistance bands. So it was a big shoulder workout, and y'all, my shoulder muscles have come in. I'll show you in just a second. But anyway, so oh my goodness. So the second class we got over 4,000 steps. So I'm at 6,300. Of course, it always goes well when I try to show you. 6,300 steps already. I am going to go see my nieces and nephews. It's only 11 a.m. It kept going off. It's only 11 a.m. and I've already got that. So that's awesome. Yeah. And it's got me as 83 minutes where my heart rate is in like the target workout zone. So that's pretty good. Because there are small little breaks in the Zumba when she's like switching songs and stuff. But we did so much arm stuff, I can show you like a reliable shoulder muscle. So right now, it ain't looking like nothing, right? Then as soon as I go behind, Well, the lighting ain't too good in here. Lighting definitely makes a difference. I don't know if I can show you or not. But I had a serious pump on them shoulders. Well, now, of course, someone pops up. I don't think I have enough room in my car to show you. But, oh, you can kind of see where it's defined there. The lighting's just not good. But, like, nothing. And then, like, definition. I don't know. I might show you later. But I definitely got me some shoulder muscles in. I've saw them before, but not quite as reliable to, like, be defined. So, anyway, I'm going home to shower so that I'm not stinky. And then I'm going to go to my brother's. I am thinking about going to Burger King. I haven't had breakfast or lunch. I'm thinking about going to Burger King on the way there. I already looked up the calories and everything, just so that I don't have to cook another meal to get out the door. I just want to be able to go. And I might pick up a small treat with all the kids. I don't know what yet. I might get some kind of like ice cream treat because they wanted to do that last time. So I might get like a little tub of ice cream that we can all share, and then that way I can have some, but I can leave it with them when I leave. I can leave it with them so that it's not sitting in my fridge tempting me. But anyway, I am headed out now. I finished a book yesterday. I was so shocked that I finished it because, y'all, it was over 400 pages. Over 400 pages. And I finished it in one day. And that was Flirty, 30 and Forever Alone? 30 Flirty and Forever Alone. That's what it was. 30 Flirty and Forever Alone. Yeah. It was by Christina Riccio. And now, so I have a couple of like booktubers or YouTubers in general turned author books that I haven't got around to. Like I read Zenith by Sasha Alsberg, and a lot of people gave it a lot of crap, but I'm like, if you suspend your disbelief, it's actually a very well written book. So I liked it. One that was like not even subjectively, but like objectively good. It was Ben Alderson's books from Benjamin of Tomes. I read his debut. It was amazing. Highly recommend. Like good writing, good story structure. Like on a technical level, there was no faults. Like it was perfect. And then, so the Christina Ricci book, same thing. Like, she knows how to structure her story. She did use the Dark Night of the Soul and stuff, which I usually don't like because it is such a structured thing with romances that it's not surprising when it happens, and you always know exactly how the characters are going to wind up getting back together. And so I'm just like, why break up? Like, I just want you to spend this time in happiness and not have, like, one little miscommunication. And so this one did have a slight miscommunication, but not really. Like, they actually had a conversation, which is how I want it resolved. Like, if you've spent all this time building up a relationship, you should be able to be honest with each other and have a 5-minute conversation. If there's a misunderstanding, and be like, hey, is this what I think I'm seeing? Are you really cheating on me? Like, that sort of thing. Like, have the conversation. And so there was a conversation, but it still has the Dark Night of the Soul, but I liked it. There's some other books that have the Dark Night of the Soul where I was like, okay, the stakes are so high here. I understand why the characters are making certain decisions. Like the deal by L. Kennedy. That one was really good. Third Act of the Soul. So anyway, so I actually cried. And so yeah, I cried and I went to bed and I like had it doing, I had like the computer voice reading to me, okay? Like the assisted reader. I had it reading to me, so I had my headphone in, and I listened to the last 45 minutes of the book like that with my eyes closed, and it was good, and I cried, and it was amazing. So I definitely want to read more of her books. I think that I have a physical copy of her debut novel, and then she has a follow-up book to the debut novel, and then she has another book attached to the hip. And I thought it was so clever how she integrated that into her newest book. Like she references that TV show that she made up in her book, and so I'm like, that's so cute. I love how she did that. It's just like marketing her own book, but in a non-cheesy way, like marketing her other book. And making you interested. So I'm like, yeah, I want to read the other one. I looked and saw how much the Kindle was, and it was like $11, and I was like, I cannot justify $11 on ebooks. I just think it's too much. So whenever it's like that, I'm like, I would rather just have a physical copy for like $2 more, and always have it, but also be able to like resell it if I don't like the book. So anyway, there was some car set up, and some people are at the Saddle Club, so there might be some horse stuff going on this evening. I went like twice to go see the horse stuff, but they don't have any jumping competitions, and that's what I like to see with the horse stuff. They do have barrel racing, so that's pretty interesting. But yeah, the other stuff's just not as fun. I think there's a difference between like Eastern and Western or something. I like the stuff that they do in the Heartland show. Like the dressage stuff is kind of interesting, even though it's more slow paced. But I like the jumping and like the tricks. That's what I want to see done with a rider and a horse. Like I like seeing the fun stuff. Anyway. So yeah, the Christina Ricci book was really good. So if you're doubtful of some YouTubers being good writers, I would say she definitely has honed her skills. Now this is the 4th book, so I don't know how great the debut book is. I did follow her. I've been following Christina since like 2014. She hasn't really been active lately, but I did follow her like vlogs when she was writing her first book. So like she has not jumped into this like blind, thinking that because she's got 400,000 something subscribers that she's gonna be a good writer. Like she actually is a good writer. So yeah, if you had any hesitation about that, because you're like, another booktuber who thinks they can write just because they have a following and they got this publishing deal that they did not deserve. And I'm like, no, in her case she definitely deserved it because she has got some skills. And even if you are a writer who's written a couple books like I have, you could still learn from her writing. So yeah, highly recommend that book. And I finished it in one sitting, even though it's over 400 pages. That is very rare for me, even if I have the audiobook, to finish something that's 400 pages, because like I need a break after a while. Like something, even if it's really holding my interest, I'm still probably not going to read that much in one sitting. But no, her book, I was like listening to it like all day long. It was really good. Anyway, I do need to do some book reviews and everything. So if you've been here from me being a booktuber and like having a lot of content, I still have like 400 videos that are all book related. But I'm sure you haven't watched every single one. But I will be making more booktube content. I am wanting to journal about each book first so that I have my thoughts organized and then I can do a video. But that is taking me a long time because the first one that I journaled about took forever. And I'm still reading, so it's like I'm just adding more and more books I have to write about. So for instance, today is the 21st of February. All right, 21st of February. And I've read 20 books. I've read 20 books. 6 of those were novellas, so they weren't quite as long, and they were audiobooks, so it was like 30 minutes to an hour of listening. And then so then I was also reading the short stories that came with the Amazon First Read. So I read January's and February's bonus short story, and I read two other short stories. So I read like 4 short stories and 6 novellas. So I've read like 10 novels. Just to put it into perspective, because I know some people hear like the number 20 and they're like, oh my gosh, how is that even possible? Y'all, I've read more than that in a month before. I read like 34 books in a month once. It was because I had read the Shatter Me series. And I was reading like one a day, because they were like 9-hour long audiobooks, and I listen at a fast speed, so I listen at like 2.5 to 3 speed, depending on the narrator. So yeah, I went through and got a lot. But no, this time I'm really like letting myself slow down, and so I haven't been listening to other than the 6 short stories from the Amazon stuff. I haven't actually been listening to audiobooks, which is normally what I prioritize, and instead I have been prioritizing my physical books, and also things that I purchase on Kindle, so that they don't just sit there and not be read. I want to actually like do that, and also enjoy the Prime benefits with the first reads. So that's kind of how I've been prioritizing my reading. I don't think that I'm going to read the Coven book that I got from the library, just because again I want to prioritize books that I own, and I'm just like, that'll take me like a week or 2 to read that. And I have lots of other books that I want to get to, and I've already started some series this year where I have the rest of the series, like I already own it, and so I'm like, I want to follow through and not have large gaps, and so I don't want to read a book that's not one that I already own, so I probably will just return that. But anyway, I've already made it home, so I am going to go in and get showered and ready to go. Came to the babies. I brought some ice cream, so that's the information for it. So it's a little bit less calories. The Eddie's, it's really good. So I did that, and then I did, oh my goodness, 2 of these. They're 110 calories for 2. So that was really good for a sweet treat. And the kids always want ice cream, so I gave them like 3 spoons each, and 2 cookies. So like a 300 calorie snack. You're not going to take my phone, but I will go change your diaper, okay? Let's go change your booty. Yeah. All right, for dinner, I have this concoction and some gluten-free tortilla chips to go with it. And then I have some leftover Coke Zero from Burger King. So at Burger King, I just logged the calories. So this is 0 calories because it's just a Coke Zero. I didn't even put any ice in it. And then I got a plain original crispy sandwich, or I guess it's just original chicken sandwich. So nothing on it, just the bun and the chicken. And then I got the regular size onion rings that come with the combo. And then I had a little carafe of ice cream. I couldn't find her weight scale, so I just had to estimate the amount for that. But at least I had the packaging for the calories, so those are correct, as best as I know. And then the cookies, I had 4 of those little oatmeal ones because I had 2 then, and then I had 2 on the way home. And then now I have this dinner. So this little concoction, we're having like taco night tonight. So it's got a little bit of the taco meat and then some corn and refried beans and cheese. So that's all that this is, and it's all mixed in together and hot. So I am going to start eating. Yum, yum, yum. I had some of these, and I watched 2 sad movies. Alright, I'm hoping to go down today. Yeah. I'm very sore. Yay! 283.3. Is that the lowest we've gotten? Let's see. 283.3. Yes, it is the lowest we've gotten by 0.1 pounds. So that just goes to show you sometimes if you gain weight, one, if you're in a deficit, you're probably just constipated or something, or it's taken longer to digest. And also, if you do go over your calories for a couple of days, because I definitely ate at maintenance for a couple of days, which is not great, but your body will eventually drop it down as long as you get right back on track. So, I am very, very happy that it has gone down. So now I just have to get my butt ready for church, because it starts in like 15 minutes, and I just got out of bed, so I gotta get my butt ready. It is noon, and I just got back from church. I did stop at the gas station. I needed to fill up my tank, and I wanted to go in there and get some of the kettle corn popcorn that I really like, but I wound up getting lunch. So I'll show you what I got at the gas station. So I got one sliced pepperoni pizza. Yes, I have a tomato allergy, but I'm eating it anyway. So, but yeah, this is 410 calories for one slice. And then I've got some chips. I haven't had any chips in a while. But these are the kettle potato chips, and it's 330 calories for the entire bag. This bag is mostly air. The chips end where my thumb is at. So I might not eat, I probably won't eat the whole bag in one setting, but I probably will finish it by the end of the day. So yeah, some taco flavored chips. And then I've got these, which is sparkling ice strawberry citrus. So these are like, I thought this was like Starburst. For some reason, when I saw it, I thought it was Starburst flavors. So we'll see if I actually like this. But the other one that I got was cherry. But I do like the ice drinks, so I think it'll be fine. But yeah, this whole big, huge can is 5 calories. And all of the like breakdowns are all 0, so there's no added sugar that I can see. 70 grams of caffeine. Oh my goodness. All right, so I don't know about needing caffeine today, but my plan was to do a workout at the gym today, one of the challenge workouts, but I am sore and I'm going to be working out with him tomorrow. So I think I might save that for Tuesday instead, but I don't know. Or I might skip that challenge. But anyway, I'm going to eat this. I really enjoyed the 2 movies that I watched last night, and I think there were some more movies that were newer on Amazon Prime that I hadn't watched yet, so I am going to look through those and see what looks good. So I watched Twinless. So I watched Twinless, and I had cried like twice before they even did like the opening credit. And then the other movie that I watched had Brendan Fraser in it, and it was Rental Family. I cried a lot during that one too. So I know there is one with Jason Momoa that I haven't seen yet. I think it has like the word wrecked in it. So that might be the one that I watch, but I don't know. I'll see when I see. But I am going to start eating before the pizza gets cold and nasty. But that's what I'm doing, at least for the next like 2 hours, is just chilling. And then I might try to do some journaling for the book reviews, because I'm really, really behind on that. I am hungry, so I'm eating. It is 4:40. This is 324 calories, not bad. I did have some, like a plate of peanuts earlier, and I logged it. So it's in my log. But anyway, so yeah, I'm having this. So I still have like 700 calories left for the day, and I have enough to make another one of these tonight. So I'll probably have the same exact thing for dinner. But yeah, so the taco has the taco meat, cheese, a little bit of refried beans, a little bit of corn, and then I also have corn over here. And then this is like a 60-calorie tortilla shell, so it's pretty good. And I'm going to be watching Being Gordon Ramsay. There's like 6 episodes. I finished listening to one of Adele's albums, and then I also listened to her 25 album. And I like had to look up. I was like, did Adele get any awards for this? Because like, well deserved. And for her 25 album, the thing was like, yeah, she got like 5 Grammys. I was like, yep, because every single song on there was like radio worthy. So anyway, I did the journaling for the second book I read this year, which is this one, the Fat Loss, like the No BS guide or whatever. So yeah, there's a lot. I journaled on that one for like, there's so much in the book. So some of it's like kind of taking notes almost, more so than just like an actual review. It's kind of like notes. But anyway, there's a bunch in there. I just skipped a bunch of pages too. But yeah, from page 11 to page 24 or page 23. So yeah, there's a crap ton. That one might require a couple of videos on it, to break down the different parts of the book, just because there's a lot to get out of it. But yeah, I've only got 2 books in there so far, and I'm on like page 24, for the 3rd book. So, but luckily the next upcoming ones are like fiction, and I don't have as much to say about them. So yeah, the first one was really long because it had 5 short stories, so it was like I was doing 5 reviews, and then this one was long because it was nonfiction, so there was just a lot to break down. But anyway, I'm going to eat and watch this docu-series. I had this bag. It's the 310 calories popcorn earlier. Now I'm gonna go eat dinner. Here's dinner. I did a taco and 0 Gatorade. I'm ending the night with a caramel swirl bar, which is like 60 calories. And I'm also on the final episode of being Gordon Ramsay. It's really good. It's a good docu-series. I had the rest of these.
Thank you, Mr. President, very much for your leadership and also for the